Yes, family, it's a spin-up Poeta, spoken word artist, rapper, poet. I'm out here for our session on editing your poem, right? You followed previous steps, you got your ideas, you've written a letter, you've written some kind of a rough draft, and now you don't know what to do. First and foremost, you want to shorten your sentences for maximum impact, okay? So we tend to say a lot of things in a lot of words that we could say in a lot shorter. For those of you that want to rap, that's really the key to rapping. You got to be concise. You got to condense a lot of words into a few. So very simply, when you're looking at your draft, if you see a word like that, and, or but, cut that out. Just throw the X mark on it right here, like how we did in this presentation. So as an example, we got this initial statement. Now that you are gone, I have nothing to do. Sometimes I take out a ball and a mini skate and shoot around with it since I can't skate anymore. So right off the bat, we got and repeated twice, so we could definitely get rid of one of the two ands, and we got the word that at the top. So we're gonna cross that out, we're gonna cross and out. We're also gonna cross I take out with it since I can't skate anymore. All of those words can go, and we can say it simply like this. Now you are gone, I have nothing to do. Sometimes a ball, a mini skate, and a shoot around remind me of you. Real simple. All those words, still same message, but condensed. Let's look at another poem. This is all the students' works, by the way, and I have their consent to utilize their work for the tutorial. Very important to seek consent. So the initial statement, when I was at my worst, I was quiet, always had my hood up, headphones always in, and I didn't have the energy to get out of bed most of the time. So we use the word always twice, but not intentionally as far as repetition as a strategy. It's more kind of like it just came in. The word and is there, so we'll cross out, for sure we'll cross out the word and. We'll cross out both uses of the word always. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have, we're gonna replace by the word none. So instead of I didn't have the energy, it'll be energy none. Boom, 2 words, same concept. Also, when I was at my worst, we cross out when I was and you still keep the same meaning. So here's the vibe now. At my worst, I was perpetual silence. Hood up, headphones in, energy none, could not get out of bed. Real simple, condensed, short words, same message, right? We have another one here. What is a leader? I think a leader is someone who leads their group or even himself to victory. But sometimes even a leader is lost. You probably think a leader is lost. They're not a good leader, right? So there's a lot here that we could take out. Definitely the word but. The whole assumption of what the reader probably thinks, we're not really sure. So we can rework that a certain way. And you said what is a leader, and then right after that you say a leader again. So we take that out. And now it sounds like, what is a leader? I think someone who leads their group or even himself to victory. Sometimes even a leader is lost. If a leader is lost, are they a good leader? So now you're not just assuming to know or pretending to know what the reader thinks. You're making them question themselves. That's kind of the editing part, that kind of taking it down. We're gonna move into answering whys and hows in your questions, in your poems. By the way, there's a max2_mukjam Instagram handle. I really encourage you to go there and look at the poems that are up, and you'll recognize the poems from the work that we're using. So in a lot of the first drafts that the students put together, I kept pushing back on why questions. So I'll give you an example, why and how. If you see any point in your poem where that question could be asked and you don't have an answer, just answer it. I'll walk you through it. Here's a very first draft of a beautiful poem. I can hear it, the rattles, the flute, and the drum. The women take turns singing in Cree. I can see the women playing the instruments, wearing traditional clothing, ribbon skirts, and bells. They are friends. They are practicing together. They feel proud and calm. I wish people played traditional instruments more. My ribbon skirt has all kinds of colors. I wear it when I go to ceremonies, walking out ceremonies. I like going to the bush because it's quiet and calm. So right there we underline, I wish people play traditional instruments more. Because I loved it. I wanted to know why. So the student responded, I want people to play in their language and traditional way, even if they are non-native, but their ancestors are. So I was like, that's deep. Again, why is it important for you that people connect to their ancestry and teachings? I love this answer. Everything won't exist forever, and people will start panicking. So okay, we got 2 why questions. Now the how question comes in. How do you feel that ceremonies and ancestral teachings will help humanity right now? And I just love this answer. It will slowly heal people when they go to ceremonies and for ancestral teachings. It will teach people to overcome their fear like we did and not to worry. That is huge. Again, I am a guest at this moment in Cree Inuit territory. And to have this young student share that with me as an outsider to these nations, it was super powerful. And y'all sharing that with each other is even more power. It will teach people to overcome their fear like we did and not to worry. It's just so much, there's so much power in you using your voice to tell your story. And it's even more powerful to the outside world, but most importantly for yourselves. So let's see the full poem. I'm really, really excited about this. And so that last slide where you just saw the clip out, that's how this poem you're about to hear started. So this is on the Instagram handle, you can go and see it. A message of hope from a Mukjam healer for the whole world. And she's also a very talented visual artist, so we included this painting that she did of the ceremony to match the poem. I absolutely love it. Here's the poem. I can hear the rattle, the flute, the drum, the bells on the skirts. Women taking turns singing in Cree, somewhere far away the birds join. I can see. The women playing their instruments, their traditional clothing, ribbon skirts and bells. They are friends, practicing together. They feel proud and calm, dancing around the fire. My ribbon skirt has all kinds of colors, beauty and tradition. I wear it when I go to ceremonies, walking out, blanket, sundance, pipe, full moon. I can smell the sage, the pine trees, the fresh air, the fire. I can feel the heat from the fire, the peacefulness, joyfulness. I want people to play in their language and traditional ways wherever in the world their ancestors are from. Everything won't exist forever. People will start panicking what to do. The traditional way will slowly heal people when they go to ceremonies and for ancestral teachings. The traditional way will teach people to overcome their fear like we did, not to worry. People would want things to speed up, but they might lose something along the way. They have to take it slow. Love this poem so much. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude, just bring back some tips again. Shorten the sentences for maximum impact. Look for the whys and hows and answer them. Make sure people understand the point of your poem from your words. Your first couple of lines in your poem should be a preview of what's to come, and then write a very powerful ending to your poem. So if you put all this together along with the other editing concepts I shared before, you'll do great, y'all. I love you. Take care, Spin. Keep writing, man.